We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for his start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cousins looking to put it up right away. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And some room to maneuver. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Cousins now from the 50. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. That one goes for 24 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. Down right around the 25. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Cook. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They try again with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, They've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was he?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Six 0 our score after one. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Barkley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nwogu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Fourth down, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's McKenzie. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Calling a gain of a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 1-yard gains are trending the same result on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, Allen. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron, but he pulled out the 9-iron. That one was run out of gas quickly, but he does manage to pop it over the bar.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 42 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Barkley inside handoff, and Barkley did not get there. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Allen now on first down. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. To the air, Allen looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing now is Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's McKenzie. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Allen going to throw. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Taken from about the 12. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
What a way to start the second half. These guys are showing no signs of letting up. They have a chance to take a decided advantage with this possession.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing, Jones. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Breida, they'll go up the middle. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on fourth down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Now a throw here to his running back. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Gregory Rousseau works his way in for the stop and the loss.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
They'll try and run the option.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Allen.
Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen. And incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
They'll get it inside the 20, and they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 16. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And Davis has it over the middle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defense.
Touchdown, Bills! Devin Singletary, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. They find some open field here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 76 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. The toss out to Barkley. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only did they stop him short of the 1st, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happening.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even
you're in the presence of the real